Hello and welcome to my humble abode. My name is Klaas for those of you who aren't aware, and I stay in a one-bedroom granny flat in someone's property, I guess. I am one of two flats that are on the property, and then we have the main house as well. And I thought, because I've kind of decorated as I'd like to for now, why don't I give you just a little mini apartment tour and get to know a little bit about me on a more personal level. So because my place is a little bit tiny, I'm not gonna show you every area and every space and give you a big overview and a walkthrough of the place, because obviously the place is not big enough to do that. But what I will do is talk you through some of the elements and show you how I've decorated and all of that good stuff. So yes, like I said, I stay on someone's premises, sorry, and I'm one of two flats that are on the premises, and then there's the main building. We stay in an area that has a very gorgeous view of the city, and I think that's our favorite part of staying here. Well, it's mine. I don't know about everyone else who stays here, but it's my favorite part of this area. And as well as the garden, which is absolutely gorgeous, and we have someone who comes in once a week to maintain the garden, and of course we do what we can as well. On the premises, I stay right at the back, so I'm away from everyone else, which is kind of nice because the other flat is adjoined to the main house, and I get to have a little bit of some privacy but still feel like there's people around me, so I don't feel scared or alone at night, or when I feel like, okay, there's no one really around during the day, like on the weekends, I don't really feel like I'm completely alone, which is absolutely great for me, because as much as I love my own space, I also like to feel like there are people around me and things are happening. So yes, you walk up through the garden to my little apartment. I have two sets of stairs. It's just literally like just 3 steps, and you walk up, then you get to my door, and then you get inside the door and there's like a mini foyer area where I have a mini gallery wall. I have a bookshelf with some of my records and some of my books. I love reading, so I have a mini collection of books. Most of them are still at my parents' house because I don't have a lot of space, so I didn't want to clutter my place with a lot of things. So I took the books that I like to reread, the books that I haven't read, and yeah, so we have the bookshelf, we have the gallery wall, we have where I put my keys. I put a plant right next to where the bathroom door is, and just next to the stairs that lead up to my little bedroom, living room, kitchen area. So then when you walk in on the left, you'll see the bathroom. The bathroom is probably one of the biggest parts of this kind of little apartment. I really love the bathroom. It's spacious, it has a shower, it has a toilet, and it has a sink with a cabinet on top of the sink. It has also a shelf area on top of the toilet, so I have just a succulent frame, and of course my Glade air freshener there, and some potpourri. The shower is very spacious, and it has a window right there so that I can let the steam out as I shower as well, and it doesn't get all congested and very stuffy in the bathroom, which is really nice, which I think is the biggest part of having a small space, is being able to get light and some air inside the space so that it doesn't feel kind of claustrophobic. So yeah, so that is the bathroom, and then when you leave the bathroom, you go back into the little foyer area. I don't know why I call it a foyer, I just like the idea of having a foyer, but it's the little foyer area, which is, I'm pretty sure it's a foyer in South African, but I like the word foyer. So you walk, and then you'll have 2 little steps that lead into my main living space. That'll be my bedroom, living room, and kitchen combined. What I've tried to do in this space is kind of separate the areas, not by closing them off, but making them distinct areas. As you walk in on the right, you will see a mirror, which is standing on a wooden stump that I got in the garden, and the mirror was a gift, a housewarming gift from my friend Lexi, which I have just kind of draped with a yellow throw, and I've put some of my Polaroids on there just to give a little bit more of a homey family vibe, so just my friends and family. And yeah, then next to that there is a rug on the floor. It is red and white. The theme of my apartment is very much like homey, earthy, warm, because it already has kind of like a vintagey feel. It's got very warm colors. The walls are like a cream, the cupboards are like also like an off-white, and everything is very kind of like almost rusticy and vintagey. So I've just gone and embraced that, which I kind of really like. So the rug is from Pep Home. It's red and kind of like a cream off-white stripes, and on top of that I have ottomans, which are from Decofurn. Decofurn is honestly the plug when it comes to furniture, because it's got honestly amazing furniture, but because it is a factory store, the prices are really relatively affordable. So I got this kind of fluffy ottoman. They call it a grey, but it's pretty much brown to me. So I have this fluffy ottoman that has wooden legs, 4 wooden legs just there for like an additional seating area should people come over. And then I have an ottoman which also doubles as storage, as well as also an additional seating area should people come over. And then I have this gorgeous framed illustration of myself, done by Jordan Gerber, which I absolutely love. She does custom illustrations as well as social media management and all of that good stuff, so I will have her Instagram linked below, but you can follow her at She Doodles Co, and it's yeah, I really love it. So I had it on the wall before, but when I got home the one day, sad story, it fell off the wall. It is quite massive and it's quite heavy, so I decided to put it on the ottoman instead, and I kind of really like it there more than I did on the wall. But on the wall I will put, I made these paintings actually. I was at an event and we were painting, and it was such a fun time, and I really love my paintings. So I'm gonna have them framed and put them on the wall at some point, but yeah, you'll probably see that on Instagram though. I won't add that into this apartment tour because I haven't done that yet. But yes, and then next to all of that you will find my dresser. It has a couple of drawers, and then it has an area where I can put my clothes and hang some of my clothes as well. On top of that I have a little bits and pieces, bits and bobs kind of box that has drawers that I can put little things. So what I put in there are hair ties, I've put some bobby pins and grips that I don't want to lose. On top of that I've put my perfumes, and I've put a little jewelry box as well that has some of my jewelry that I don't want on display, but some of my necklaces are on the mirror that is also on my little cupboard area. And yeah, I have a candle that has some of my rings as well that I'd like to be on display that aren't in the jewelry box, and I really love this candle. It smells divine. I only light the candle when I feel like I really need to relax, like terribly need to relax and just be with myself and my thoughts, and yeah, and it smells divine. It makes the place smell amazing. But speaking of scent, I also have some diffusers, which I bought the oil from Sheet Street, which was also fairly affordable, and I got the little diffuser things from Pep Home as well. Pep Home has been the absolute plug. So between Decofern, Mr. Price Home, Pep Home, Sheet Street, and where else did I shop a lot? Some of the bits and pieces are also from Typo, like the candle and little bits and pieces, little cabinet thing. So I wanted my place to look really, really nice, but obviously on a budget, because yeah, your girl needs to buy groceries and I can't be spending an arm and a leg on furniture and stuff like that for a little place. One day my time will come where I purchase my own home, and I'll be able to go wild, and those will be investment pieces. Right now these are investment pieces should I move to another flat or something like that in a different area, and obviously I'll reuse the stuff. But I don't want to throw too much money into things that probably I won't use at a later stage if I do end up moving somewhere else or I purchase a home at some point. So those are the stores that I really utilized, because they have a really nice stuff for people who are on a strict budget, like myself. And then you have my bed. My bedding is from Pep Home. Well, my duvet is from Pep Home. The little mustard cushion is from Sheet Street, and then my pillows and everything, the covers, sorry, my pillowcases, that's what you call them, my pillowcases are from Jet. And yeah, that's basically it for my bed. Nothing special. I just wanted to incorporate, obviously yellow is my favorite color, and it's basically what I've built my entire social media on. So yellow is really just like a special color to me. So I wanted to add some elements of yellow, some elements of red, and lots of white, so that I can bring some light into the space, because it is quite a dark space, because there is only one main window, and the main window is facing a wall to the neighbors, so not much light comes in, but I still have enough light. So I wanted it to kind of be bright and airy, so that's why there's a lot of white as well in some areas. And then just my nightstand, which came with the place. The little table came with the place, which I turned it into a nightstand. It wasn't next to the bed. The bed, every piece of furniture is mine except for the nightstand and the cupboard that came with the place. Everything else, the bed and everything else, was mine, that I had to purchase. But I decided, let me not buy another nightstand, because there is one with the place. Should I leave at some stage and move somewhere else, I'll just purchase a new one that fits the new space. So yeah. On that, I just have my Bible, I have a diffuser, and I have a picture of myself and my parents from years ago. And then I have my curtains, which are from Jet. They are, I don't want to say linen, they feel like linen, but I don't think they are linen, because they didn't cost like they were linen. But I'm not sure what they are, but they are like an off-white. I like that they're kind of airy, and they also bring some light into the space, but also cut off some of the light, so I don't get to see the neighbors as much, which we don't really see each other. We hear each other a lot, but we don't really get to see each other. But I wanted something that would be able to obviously close at night, and then I'd be able to open it during the day, type of thing. So yes, what I also really like is that each window, which there aren't many, but each window has bars over it, so I feel kind of safe. Even though I know I am in a safe area, I still feel very secure knowing that there are bars over the windows. There's a trellis door at the door, and I am also like really secluded in terms of there are lots of gates before you get to my flat, so that really helps me, just like a peace of mind. So that's really nice. And then we move on to the little kitchenette area, which we have a sink, we have a microwave, a fridge, a kettle, and because I don't have a lot of counter space, I've decided to put my teas. I'm a big tea lover. So I'm starting a mini tea collection, I guess, but my most prettiest box is on top of the microwave. A collection of tea is coupled with tea, cocoa, and some sugar in little jars that are from Mr. Price Home, which I think were just like 15 rand each, which is amazing for me. So they're just on top of the microwave because there isn't much storage space, and I was told that I can put some stuff on top of the microwave as long as it doesn't weigh it down or it doesn't make it overheat or something like that. I can't really remember what the handyman said, but he said it was okay to put those things on top of the microwave. And then yes, the microwave came with the place as well, and then next to that there is a fridge, a silver fridge. It's not a bar fridge, but it's also not a full-size fridge. It's kind of like in between, which is enough for me because I'm one person. I don't store that much food. I store enough for a couple of weeks, or just like stuff that I know will last me much longer, like butter and cheese and things like that, and obviously some of my groceries and all of that stuff. And then on the fridge I have a monthly planner because I'm a very visual person, and I love to write things down as well. So even though I know things in my head that on a certain day I'm doing something, I like to see it as well. It just gives me that sense of like, I've planned, I'm ready, this is what's happening and all of that. I'm just that type of person. And then I have my favorite quote on there, just to get me through every single day. It's the first thing I see when I wake up. And then next to that I have what used to be my usual coffee order at coffee shops, but I no longer drink coffee, so I think that needs to change. Just a side note, my regular order now is a butterscotch steamer with macadamia milk, so I think I might need to change that out, but I kind of like the way it looks, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, just some finishing touches around the house. Nothing big. Just added a few plants around just to make it a lot more homier. The plants are from Builders Express, which I absolutely love. They have lots of variety of plants, and you're able to speak to the staff there and just get a feel of what are indoor plants, what are outdoor plants, which plants need a lot of water, which don't need a lot of water, because I love plants, but I'm scared of drowning them, and I'm scared of like them dying, which I think is inevitable, but I want to be able to take care of them as best as I can. So I've just been doing some research on the plants that I do have, and trying not to like overfeed them and not underfeed them as well and stuff like that. So the plants that I do have inside my apartment are indoor plants, which don't need a lot of light but do need some sort of light, and I got them from Builders Express, and I think that's about it for my apartment. I really love it. It's such a cute cozy space for me. I am not in the house for most of the day, so I'm there mostly just in the morning and in the evenings, because I don't do much in the evenings, but during the day I'm not really there, so I don't need a massive space because I'm not really there, but also I didn't want like a very small space, if that makes sense, or like a shared space. I really do respect my space, and I don't think I would have been able to live with someone else in terms of like a housemate or a roommate or something like that, even though it would be nice to have people around. I really do like my space a lot, and I like to be alone at night and stuff like that. So this really works for me. May seem like a tiny space to a lot of people, but it's the perfect space for me. And I really like it so far, and so I might actually just renew my lease for another year and see how that goes, but until then I'll let you guys know if that does happen. But I really do hope that you like my mini apartment tour. I know it wasn't a conventional apartment tour, like other people take you through the place and walk through it and have someone else hold the camera and stuff like that, but my space is tiny, as you have seen, so I don't think it would have done it justice by me doing that. And I really like the way that I have done it. I hope that you do too. And yeah, if you do, give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below which part of my apartment that you like, if there is any part that you do like. And yeah, I guess this is it for the video. Until the next video, I hope that you have an incredible day, and whatever day that it is that you are watching this video, happy that day, and have yourself an incredible week further. Until the next video, goodbye.